Hello there. My name is Asleon, and today we are going to go over how I built my Xiangling. Her new outfit is adorable. Um, anyway, let's just get right into it. Her stats go as sus, her as such, if my mouth will let me speak today. She has 19,728 HP, 1,212 attack, 737 defense, 201 EM. She's actually got a lot of EM. Her crit rate, crit damage kind of sucks. She needs more crit rate. She's got 24 over 149. She has 216 ER. I'm really happy with that. And she's got a 46% pyro damage bonus. Weapon wise, right now I have her on the new event weapon. I'm not even going to try to pronounce its name. It's got an ER substat. It increases her attack by 40%. And the second part is less relevant, where it gives her additional movement speed when using her elemental skill. She's not really on the field at all. Before this I had her on the Favonius Lance, which is also a 30% increase, and the crits have a 60% chance to generate a small amount of elemental particles, which will regenerate 6 energy for the character. It can occur once every 12 seconds. I think, right now, honestly, I think the new event weapon, if you did the event, is the best in slot for her right now, except for like some 5-star options. I'm talking about 4-star options. Favonius Lance, I think, is a really good one. I don't think that what is it? Dragon's Bane is too bad of a spear, but you really want a spear with ER, I believe, on her. At least that's how I like it because I want her ult up all the time. But yeah, you want to put the ER on her. Artifact wise, just about for the same reason, she's got a 4-piece emblem. The 4-piece is to just, increase her burst damage, which will, dish out more damage in accordance with what you want to do. She's an off-field DPS. And of course, the 2-piece gives her more ER. Main stats, your circle, you want crit rate or crit damage, depending on what you want. Then pyro damage bonus, ER, and then just stack as much ER, crit rate, and crit damage as you can on her, and of course, attack percent. I personally prioritize ER, then I do crit damage, but sometimes I'm like, she's got plenty of ER, and then I prioritize crit damage over it. Alternate artifacts, I guess you could probably put her on Noblesse. Where is Noblesse? It's not even in the recommended. I guess you could do 2-piece Crimson and 2-piece Emblem in accordance with their recommended. 4-piece Crimson's not going to do her any good, but the 2-piece with the additional pyro damage bonus might be nice. I wouldn't recommend Tenacity. Noblesse, you could do if you just wanted to give her more burst damage, and then she would also support your other characters. I have no energy right now. This is going to be such a low energy, dull episode. Sorry about that. Anyway, I do have a C6 Xiangling. I'm going to try to go over the. My brain just died. The cons a bit more. Her first con allows Goba to take off some pyro resistance. Her second con, which I don't really get the point of this because it's just if you use her base attack all the way through. I did a few tests. It seems like it doesn't do it to other characters, so it's just her this applies to, and I don't really see the point of her C2. Her C3 is just upping the level of Pyronado. Her C4 increases the duration of Pyronado. C5 is just upgrading Golba. And then her C6 is actually really nice because if you have her in a mono team, which honestly, mono team is really good for Xiangling, her C6 is great because it'll buff everyone's pyro damage by an additional 15% during the duration of Pyronado. So that's really nice there. Talent-wise, I say go her alt, then her E, and you don't even need to bother with her base attack. She doesn't really use it ever. So I do really like this. It just allows you to get a little extra attack as long as you actually pick up the pepper. This just makes Goba's flame longer. Pyronado is very simple. You use her alt, she gets the Pyronado to swirl around the character. It stays in the field even when you swap off her, and it does pyro damage. Goba, she just top puts Goba down into the field, and he attacks the nearest enemy. At least I'm pretty sure that's how it's supposed to go. Um, that's basically her whole kit. Like I said, I don't have distinctly. I didn't even say that. I don't have too much to say on it. But that's how I built my Xiangling. Super cute. Her outfit's so cute. Is she adorable? Team-wise, she is a really good pyro support. Now, this is the team I have her in right now with Risley, but I'm thinking that I might end up kicking her off for Muvika because I have Muvika. And her and Muvika do a lot of the same stuff. So I will see about that. I'll have to look more into Muvika and how she works and if she would be a good replacement for Xiangling or not. She was up until I got Muvika in not this team, Kenichi's team. Uh, because I wanted the off-field pyro application plus the additional damage, so I can trigger burning for it. I think she is really good for that. She is really good for off-field pyro application as long as you're close enough to it. And honestly, I think she would do best in like a mono pyro team. I never had her in this team because I built this team after I got Muvika. But she could also work in a team like this where you put her here and then apply it for burning and stuff. If I did have Muvika, she probably would have ended up in that team. Besides that, now that I'm thinking about it, she would do really good in a mono pyro team. She's not on my Lenny's team right now, but I could easily, eventually, if I choose to get rid of reactions off of his team, swap Xiangling onto the team. And then just have a team like this for Lenny. Because Lenny's supposed to run all mono pyro anyway. And a lot of characters do run really well mono pyro. And then because of how Xiangling works, she runs really well mono pyro. You know, I should probably use Lenny's team. Which Lenny doesn't have his artifacts right now, but that's okay. They should be fine when we're together fighting Child. So I'll run her with Lenny's team, because I think especially if you run her mono pyro, you could easily throw her on a team with D-Loop, where it goes along the lines of you have like D-Loop, Bennett, Xiangling, and maybe Farina or some Hydra support so you could get Vape on it. That would be neat. Or Xingqiu for base attack. That could also be good. But for Xiangling, she's a really good off-field pyro DPS. She has pretty good pyro application as well. So just throw her in any team you think you're gonna want that. And like I said, it seems like she'd do really, really well on a mono pyro team because she shreds with her first con, she'll shred resistance, and with her sixth con, she will buff pyro damage. So really good if you have the cons. If not, then she's not as good. Anyway, we'll get to the stone in a moment. Alright, let's get in here and beat up Child. I hope I don't mess this up. There's a chance Lenny just dies. Well, I guess I'll be able... Oh, I forgot to double check their energy levels, but that's okay because they were fine. Because I want to try to come in here with everyone's energy being the same, so everyone's got their ults up and such and so forth. And we're just waiting. Child, could you load faster? But yeah. I don't really have much to say. Xiangling's really easy to play. I typically throw down Guoba, then you use her ult. That's why you want her to have a bunch of ER, because you want her to have her ulta, and then you just swap off her. Now, of course, with her C2, I guess you could try to build her into being a DPS, and maybe you put Bennett, if you have a C6 Bennett, that'd be really nice. On Put them on a team together and see how that goes, because you would then have what was I thinking? You would then have her with a pyro infusion, so then she could do a lot more pyro damage with her base attack. So I guess you could try to build a team that way as well. But one way or the other, that's how I built my Xiangling. I'm really happy with how my Xiangling is built. I like her. She might end up getting replaced by Benfica because she's the Pyro Archon. I'm sorry, Xiangling. Love ya. She might just be the better character. She's definitely going to stay in some teams, though. Honestly, this might end up becoming Lenny's team. So, I'll see about that. When I make a Lenny video, you'll see. But, one way or the other, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. If you're interested in content like this, or more how you built, or whatever, or if you just enjoyed it, uh, please subscribe, and then may you have a blessed and wonderful day.